Hello and welcome back to this discussion on shamanism. My name is Stacy Couch. I am a certified shamanic practitioner and my website is wildgratitude.com. Today I would like to speak with you about shamanism for lay people. I think there is a little bit of a misunderstanding in the field about shamanism, and I think a lot of people think they need to become a shaman to practice shamanism, and anything could be further from the truth. It's very similar to in a church, how you have the worshipers, then you have the monks and the nuns and the bishops and the priests. So there's people of different levels of engagement or involvement, and the worshipers being the lay people and the teaching being offered to them, to the masses. The Buddha understood the importance of being able to create a theology or a spiritual practice for more than just the extremely devout, for more than just the monks and nuns of the Buddhist community. And he actually created Buddhism for lay people as well. So this isn't an uncommon idea, but for some reason, I don't think it always gets applied over to shamanism, because we often hear the term shaman first before we hear about shamanism as a field of knowledge or a type of spiritual practice. So the way that shamanism can be used for lay people is through the shamanic journey, is through learning how to do a shamanic journey trance and then going on journeys on our own behalf. Shamanism is really about direct revelation. It's about being able to come into contact in a direct way with the divine and be able to get our own spiritual guidance, be able to connect with our own spirit guides and helpers, so that we don't need an intermediary such as a priest to go between us and God, that we can, or such as a text even, to go between us and God, that we can go directly to the source, to spirit, to the one who moves through all things, whatever you would like to call that, and him, her, God, goddess, to be able to go directly to the source, and then also make contact with the spirit animals, spirit angels, whatever guardians we're working with that are here to help us work through this life on the physical plane. So it's really something that works great for a personal spiritual practice. No one needs to know you're doing a journey. No one needs to know what you're doing on a journey. But there is a lot that you can explore on your own once you learn how to do a shamanic journey. And a shamanic journey is a lot like a waking dream. I talk about it in a lot of different places, but it's listening to drumming. There's a lot of ways to go on a shamanic journey, but the way that I teach is listening to rhythmic percussion. Gets our brain into an altered state of consciousness. It actually changes our brain waves and the frequency of our brain waves when we're listening to that drumming. So we're able to go into somewhat like a meditative state, but almost deeper, close to the dream world, but we're awake, so we're able to interact. And a whole story unfolds. We interact with spirit animals and spirit guides and guardians, and travel to other spiritual realms to gather information, to get healings for ourselves. What a great thing that we can go on a shamanic journey and get healings for ourselves, to do clearings, to reconcile different things that are going on in our lives, and just to commune, to be in the sacred, to step out of our mundane lives and be in the sacred for that given amount of time. So much can be gathered by engaging in a shamanic practice that is personal, that has nothing to do with doing healing for others or healing for anyone else. It's just about working on ourselves. And isn't that the most important part of the spiritual path? Regardless of if you're called to be a healer, called to do work on behalf of others or not, the spiritual path is really about self-awareness. It always comes back to that. We must consistently be in engagement with and cultivating spiritual or self-awareness, in our spiritual practice. So if you're looking at shamanism and thinking, I don't know if I can get involved in that because I don't really feel called to help anyone out or do any healing work. I don't think I'm a healer, and I definitely don't feel like I'm a psychic. If that's how you're feeling, don't be discouraged. There is shamanism for lay people, and that's what I teach. I really want people to be able to connect directly in with the divine and also come closer to nature. That's what a shamanic practice also does. It helps us become more intimate with the natural world around us and with the divine. Isn't that a paradox? And that's the piece of the shamanic way, of having a foot in both worlds. The shamanic way isn't solely about being a healer. The shamanic way is about having a foot in both worlds and being able to open ourselves up to the world beyond our senses and also the world in our senses. So hopefully that helps clear a lot up for you. Of course, if you have any questions, please post them underneath this video. If you like what you see, give it a thumbs up also. And subscribe to my channel. I create videos on a fairly regular basis, depending on the weather. We've got a nice sunny day today, and I found this beautiful patch of dry ground. We had 4 or 5 feet of snow on the ground about a month ago, and it's been melting quickly with these 40, 50 degree days, and it's beautiful. So it's very brown, but it's a beautiful thing for me right now because we've got mud or snow to tromp around in most places. So thank you for joining me. Once again, my name is Stacey Couch. My website is wildgratitude.com, and I look forward to staying in touch. Have a great day.